beautiful day out. The birds are singing, the bees are buzzing, and you know what that means? First official spring check of this decade, and we're gonna get into that right now. Hi guys, my name is Yara and welcome back to another video of our channel. In today's episode, I'm going to be opening up these 3 hives that we have in one of our beesrfunny apiaries for the first time after a long Canadian winter. In the last video that we did, we talked about nosema and how that is a major problem that we have with our bees in our winters. As you can clearly see, there's no more snow left ever since that video. We have had temperatures ranging from 10 to even 15 and higher degrees Celsius, and I'm super excited to open up these hives for the first time after 5 months. And the bees are stuck there. We don't open them up. The only time I did open one of the hives up was this one, because when I was doing my winter check and I was shoveling some snow from here, I didn't see any activity in this one, so I opened it up slightly. I saw a small cluster of bees and I closed it up immediately. So today I'm going to be opening up these 3 hives. I'm going to check how they're doing. Basically today I'm going to be shrinking them or tightening up the nest. I do have some equipment here that I'm going to be transferring the hives into, because these Finland Bee Boxes, we use them only for the winter because our hives have done an excellent job hibernation in these type of boxes. So for equipment, I have 3 sets of wooden Langstroth hives. I have my smoker, my J-hook, my gloves, a feeder that's going to go inside the hive because we still need to feed them, some sugar syrup, and I also have my queen marking tools just in case if I find the queen and she's not marked or clipped. It just makes it easier for me to find her, and if she's laying, then I'll clip her wings so then she stays in the hive. I'm going to be opening up this one first, then the middle one, and then lastly this one. I'm going to bring the hives that I have here. I need to open them up, check the top box because normally the nest will be on the top, move the nest to the bottom, and if there are bees in the bottom box, in this Finland Bee Box, we'll probably move them to the top. That's what we're gonna do. But I want to shrink the nest as much as possible, make sure it's nice and tight, and then I'll slowly add more frames or make it grow as time goes on by. So let's fire up the smoker.
Make sure to have safety precautions when starting off your smoker, especially if you live in an area where the vegetation is dry, like us. I always have a few jugs of water in our apiaries just in case for preventing fire hazards.
Okay, so right off the bat, what I see here is some activity in the top box. So we're gonna just remove the second frame and see what's going on. So we got some pollen here and then an empty side. This is it. And here we're probably gonna start getting into the nest. So my job is going to be looking for the queen, and first off see if there's eggs. Okay, so here we're starting to get into the nest. What I'm going to be doing is moving this hive back and placing this wooden one up here, and then I'm going to start placing the frames in there. I'm gonna make sure I place the frames in the exact same order that they are, in the same position that they were as before. And we're gonna start with the nest, and then I'm gonna see what I need to add on the sides. Normally I would add a honey and a pollen, and usually an empty frame. Depends on how much eggs the queen is laying. we got some pollen, so on both sides, so I'm going to be putting it as my second frame. And I'm going to be placing a honey frame that I got from this hive earlier on the ends as well. Okay, so from this first top box, I got 3 frames of brood, some pollen, and some honey. I did not find the queen, so I'm pretty sure that this hive is actually also on the bottom. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to check this bottom box, put 1 more frame of brood if there is, or if not more, and then I'm going to add the second box on top. I have my food ready. I just want to fill this box at a 10 frame and look for the queen as well. So I found 1 frame with this small patch of brood. I'm going to put this right in the middle. Same goes with this next one. I still haven't found the queen yet. And actually, I took out like 3 frames and they were all empty. So I'm pretty sure that they just started working on the bottom box that they had before. So we'll see what's going on there. Okay, so I didn't find any brood other than the two small patches of them. I'm going to actually recheck these frames to see if the queen is there. I think this one will have to start off as a single hive. I'm going to go over these frames again. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frames of brood. I'm going to go over them again just to make sure that the queen isn't there, and then we'll leave it as it is. It will be a single box. I thought there was going to be more brood because of the amount of bees that were in the bottom, but that can actually deceive me because from the top it looks like there's a lot of bees, but when you really dive into it, there's not. And this is why we are tightening up the nest, because you're just leaving that extra space that they don't need, and it's extra work for the bees to heat it up. Okay, so I checked this hive like 5 times over with these 5 frames that I have here, and I did not find the queen. I saw that there was a very small patch of eggs, but not enough to make me believe that there is one. I really hope that there is a queen here. I'm going to come back tomorrow and check to see if there actually is a queen. Like I said, I saw a very small amount of eggs, and yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I already checked. The queen isn't in these frames, or the ones that I took out. I took out over more than 10 frames. So I'm going to be closing it up. I'm actually going to be moving all these frames to the side and putting the poncho to keep the nest warm. For now, I'm going to have to come back tomorrow, make sure to if the queen is there or not once the bees are settled down. And if there isn't, well, then I'll have to we are planning to do some queen rearing pretty soon, so then I'll have to replace and put a new queen in here. So I'm going to close it up for now, put a poncho, and we'll call it good for this hive. The purpose of this is to keep the nest warm, and until I find for sure that there is a queen, I'm just going to keep it as tightly packed as possible. Tomorrow I'll come back once the bees settle down and look for that queen again before I can make any statement that either this hive is queenless or if I simply just couldn't find her today. Alright, so first hive is done. Shrunk the nest. We're going to be doing the exact same thing for these 2 next one, and we're going to close it up for now. Okay, so we got some brood on the third frame. Very small amount, but we have some brood. Eggs. Eggs, so there's definitely a queen. Yeah, this, unlike the other hive, this frame is filled with eggs. Okay, so I saw her and she is right here. Okay, what I'm going to do, her wings aren't clipped and her marker is a little bit undone. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to actually remark her and clip her wings. Gently. This is a water-based marker and I simply just color them to find them more easily. There you go. And we're going to clip her wings. Oh, shaky hands. And I'm going to put her in this cage so she can dry up. And I also like to put her, even if the queen is marked and has her wings clipped, I like to put her in the cage because then it's a little bit easier for me to work with the hive knowing that I won't hurt the queen. So we're going to set her aside for now. We're going to finish putting the frames where they belong, clipped her wings, remarked her, and we'll continue. Let's put her up here. Okay, the nest is 4 frames big. And on the bottom, there's absolutely no bees. I'll even show you. This nest, we have had some hives that have been like that, where there's only a few frames of bees, but it's empty. It's basically empty. There's no bees in here. What I'm going to be doing is the same thing as this one, but even though this one had more brood, I'm going to be doing the exact same. Filling it with 3 food actually. Going to put a poncho on it and we're going to close it down. We'll let the hive continue to grow. I'll leave 1 frame empty with some pollen and food for the queen to continue to lay eggs, and then we'll close it up and put the feeder in there. Hive number 2 is done. I found the queen. It's bundled up. It's only a 4 framed nest, so we closed it up a little bit more. I'll add more frames as the colony continues to grow. I added 1 more frame for the queen to lay eggs in because the other frames were a little bit full with eggs. And yep, last one. I gotta say, this one has the cleanest floor out of all of them. That's awesome. Take a look. This is why this colony is my favorite. Look at the amount of bees there is. That's a total of 4 frames of brood so far. No queen, but 4 frames of packed brood. Okay, I'm going to open up the second box. I didn't find the queen here. There's a ton of bees inside. I'm hoping that that isn't another deceiving act by the bees. I'm hoping that it's filled with brood. There's 5 frames of brood in that, and they were all packed. They were both open and closed brood. So I'm gonna open it up, see what I need to fill this bottom box, and hopefully I get a second one on top. Yes! Look at that! And here's Her Royal Majesty. Okay, I'm gonna grab her and clip her wings, put her in the cage just so I can work calmly. Oh, come on. Okay, got her wings. Ouch. So I just got stung, nothing too bad, while I was marking the queen. Good thing I didn't drop her. I just got stung right on top of the nail. I'm gonna put my gloves back on because I know that I won't have to handle the queen anymore. Luckily I didn't drop her. She's in this cage. For now, I'm going to finish putting all the frames in the hive, putting the second box on top, and then I'll release her at the very end. By Your Highness. So we're basically done here. We have done the moving of these 3 hives. This has been my favorite to move. These guys are a little small. This one I haven't found the queen yet, so I'm gonna come back tomorrow and check and see if she's there. This one has a 4-frame nest with the queen, and this one is a 20-frame hive. So I'm pretty excited. I'm going to clean up here, put the extra frames in boxes, and take it, the pallet to our barn, where we're going to be doing our maintenance, where all of our bee equipment is. And let's do it. Well guys, this concludes our video for today. Thank you so much for watching. I was really excited to open up these hives and show you guys what I do as soon as spring hits. In the past we didn't really have nice weather. We had a lot of rain, so I couldn't really come and open up these hives. So I was really excited to see the weather report today and notice that we're going to have some really beautiful weather. And I'm really happy that all three hives are alive. This last one, I was really excited because the queen is an egg-laying machine, literally. It's the strongest. In the past, this hive has shown the most strength out of all the hives that we have here. This middle one is a 4-framed. I found the queen and I shrunk the nest down and left some empty space there, put a poncho on it. I'll keep on adding frames as the colony continues to grow. And this first one that I opened up, I didn't find the queen. I found a small patch of eggs, but I'm not 100% sure if the queen is in there. I'll come tomorrow and check once again if she's in there. And what we're going to do with all the equipment that we cleared today, we're going to bring it over to our barn and do some maintenance and put it away till the next winter, because we love using these Finland Bee Boxes for the hibernation time for these bees. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. Hit it a big thumbs up if you liked it, or basically if you do some type of transfer between 2 types of colonies. Don't forget to leave a comment down below if you have any questions regarding any beekeeping topic or this video. Follow us on all of our social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr. I will upload the follow-up to this hive on there. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click the little bell, so then you will be notified every single time we upload. My name is Yara, and this is Bees Are Funny. Till next time.